Give me a brake pedal, right foot on the brake pedal. We're going to move you up, George. How old are you?
Down all the way?
Yeah. How old are you?
18.
Awesome.
I just turned this month on the 7th.
Congratulations. Reach out for that steering wheel. Let's go right down here and bend your arms a little bit. Just relax your arms. I'm going to come up a little bit and put a little bend in your arms. This is for you. George, you got Tyler over there. He's one of our best instructors. I want you to listen to everything he says. You told me you haven't been in any super fast cars before, right?
Nope.
Follow his lead. He'll hook you up.
All right. You got me loud and clear, George?
Huh?
Got me in your ears loud and clear?
Yes.
Awesome. All right. So, you went to class, it looks like. You learned a lot, I'm sure.
Yep. I even did the ride along.
Perfect. That's awesome. That makes things so much smoother.
Thumbs up. Awesome.
So since you did the ride along, you know that we're going to be lifting the double yellows, squeezing those brakes nice and hard at the reds, probably squeezing the brakes harder than you've ever squeezed the brakes before, and that we're going to wait to turn in until the L-shaped orange cones. And then once we get to the orange cones, we're looking for some green cones, and then we're going to roll onto the throttle nice and smooth. Think you got an egg between your foot and the gas pedal. You don't want to crack that egg. So you don't want to slam the throttle, but you want to roll into it nice and smooth.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Do you want to roll into the brakes too?
You want to squeeze the brakes gently. You don't necessarily want to slam them, but you want to squeeze them. Everything needs to be smooth. Your steering inputs, so your steering inputs aren't like this. It's going to be like this, and the same thing with your throttle pedal. All right.
Okay.
All right, so let's go ahead and pop that paddle here. We're in drive, and we're going to roll out behind that blue Lamborghini.
Okay.
If I'm shaking my fist, I need you to press the brakes more. And I promise that there's more brakes there.
Okay.
So let's go ahead and roll up there.
All right.
All right. The other most important rule is 3 feet rule. So we're going to stay 3 feet from everything on the track. Other cars, cones, curbs, the edge of the track. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Awesome. All right, so you can see up on the left-hand side, we've got examples of all of our colored cones that we want. At the double yellows, we're going to lift. At the reds, we're going to squeeze those brakes. At the orange, we're going to turn in. Wait till that gets to your shoulder. Go ahead and slow down a little bit for me here, George.
Brake a little?
We'll just lift.
Just lift. Okay.
Yeah. So we're going to turn. You're going to turn to when you get to the L-shaped cones, and then you're going to turn in towards the green cone, and then you're going to roll on the throttle once you get past the green cone. So you can go ahead and roll on the throttle a little bit as we come up here.
Okay.
And go ahead and roll into the throttle just a little bit more. Speed up a little bit.
More.
Yep.
Okay.
And give me 3 feet from this edge of the track here. I want to see that you can show me 3 feet. Very nice. Do that all the way up to that green cone on your side of the track.
Okay.
Your ears are set for me. So give me 3 feet. Show me 3 feet.
Is that roughly 3 feet?
It's a little bit more, but that's okay. And rolling on into that throttle up towards that red cone up there. Bring the car to my side of the track. Okay. And we're going to give me a lift. No brakes here. No brakes this time. Okay. Wait to turn in. Wait to turn in. Wait to turn in. Now turn in. And ease into that throttle. Roll in nice and smooth. Nice and smooth, George. Looking up to that orange cone on your side. And then orange to green. Looking over there on my side. And then we're looking up to that green cone up there, rolling into that throttle nice and smooth as we come around this bend, rolling into that throttle, all the way down to those double yellow cones. And we're going to give it a lift. We're going to wait on those brakes.
Like this?
What was that?
Something like this?
Yep.
In a way?
When we get going faster, we'll need more. But off the brakes and looking orange to green, connect those dots between the two. And then looking up through the corner, up at that next orange cone. There you go. Rolling into that throttle a little bit, nice and smooth. And orange to green. And then rolling back into that throttle a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. Looking for the double yellows on my side of the track. And as much as you'd like. brakes here.
Okay. And where's the yellow?
And we're looking orange to green. Very nice, George. Looking up and around the corner, looking up towards those orange cones, rolling into that throttle. We're heading onto the back straight here. Rolling into that throttle. Rolling into that throttle. Looking at the double yellow cones on my side of the track. There you go, very nice. Rolling into that throttle. Rolling into that throttle. And we're going to give it a lift and squeeze those brakes and off the brakes and orange to green. Very nice, George. Rolling into that throttle. See that orange pointer cone on your side?
Yeah.
Driving up there. And lift and no brakes. Orange to green. Orange to green. Wait on the wait. Now turn in.
Okay.
And then you can roll into that throttle as we come up onto the banking here. Rolling into that throttle, looking for the double yellow cones on my side as much as you'd like. Give it a lift and squeeze those brakes, George. Squeeze those brakes off the brakes and looking orange to green and looking down at those red cones on my side of the track. Very nice, George. Rolling into that throttle just a little bit and give me a lift. Weight on the brakes, no brakes. And looking orange to green, very nice. Rolling into that throttle down to that red cone. And we're gonna give it a lift. No brakes, wait to turn in, and orange to green, very nice. Very nice, George. And rolling in, and orange to green. And we're looking up at that next green cone up there, and we're gonna roll into that throttle nice and smooth, George. Looking for those double yellow cones on your side of the track. Those double yellow cones. We're going to give it a lift. We're going to squeeze those brakes. Bring that car over just a little bit closer to your side. And orange to green. Confirm for 2. And I'm going to help with the pass here. So go ahead and lift off the throttle here for me. No throttle, no throttle. Roll into the throttle now. Roll into that throttle. Very nice, George. Thank you for cooperating with me.
You're welcome.
And we're rolling into that throttle as much as you'd like. Looking at that double yellow cones on my side of the track. You're going to have to brake harder here because you're going faster. Give me a lift. Very nice. And squeeze those brakes. Nice job, George. And we're going to give it off the brakes. And wait to turn in. Now turn in. And looking up to the exit of the corner, rolling into that throttle, all the way up to those double yellow cones up there on my side of the track. Off the brakes, orange to green, and rolling into that throttle, all the way down to those red cones. And we're going to give it a lift and squeeze those brakes off the brakes and orange to green. Very nice, George. Looking at that orange cone up there with the pointer cone, we're going to go up onto we got one more lap. So then orange to green, bring it my side. Now bring it back. There you go. Nice job, George. And rolling into that throttle up onto the super speedway. And rolling on into that throttle. Over down those double yellow cones. Off the brakes and orange to green. Very nice, George. And we're going to give it a lift and no brakes, and orange to green. Turn that car down there. Very nice. I like that 3 feet, George. Rolling into that throttle, looking at that red cone. Give me a lift. Looking at the orange cone now. Squeeze those brakes. Wait to turn in. Now turn in. Very nice, George. And rolling into that throttle, looking at that orange cone, and lift, and orange to green. Very nice, George. Looking up for your next green cone up here, rolling on into that throttle. Very, very nice. I'm having fun. Are you having fun?
Yes.
Awesome. Looking for those double yellow cones, George. And we're going to give it a lift, and squeeze those brakes for me. Squeeze those brakes nice and hard. More brakes. Very nice, George. And you can get off the brakes. And we're orange to green. Now turn in. Very nice, George. Looking up at your next orange cone, rolling into that throttle nice and smooth. You got 2 more straightaways and looking orange to green. Very nice, George. Rolling in nice and smooth, nice and smooth, nice and smooth. Very nice. All the way to those double yellow cones. Lift. Squeeze those brakes all the way down to those brakes, that orange cone. And off the brakes. Wait to turn in, wait to turn in, wait to turn in. Now turn in. Very nice, George. Wait on the throttle, and roll into that throttle all the way down to those double yellow cones on my side of the track. Very nice, George. I like that. Off the brakes and orange to green. Very nice. We've got 1 more corner and then we're going to pit. And rolling into that throttle. And give me a lift and little squeeze of the brakes, off the brakes, and orange to green. Very nice, George. We're going to be going to those blue cones up there, in between those blue cones.
All right.
How was that, man?
That was fun.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm probably gonna do this again next year.
Perfect. Love to hear it. What was your favorite part about the car?
The way it handled.
Yeah?
I'm not used to that.
Uh-huh.
So, what side do you want me to
So
be
there's
on?
a red cone up there on my side of the track.
Okay.
We're going to go up there. We're going to get you a picture. So we're going to stop at that red cone.
Okay. Right in front of it, or?
Right next to it. So it's going to be
Okay.
right here.
Okay. Wow. Well, I cannot wait to have one of these when I become successful.
There you go. I love that attitude. Go and stop right here.
All right.
And we'll get the photog.
How many years have you been doing this?
This is actually my second event, so it's my first year, but I've been instructing for about 4 or 5 now.
Wow.
So I've been around the racetracks quite a bit.